If you thought betting on World Cup odds would be less of a rollercoaster in the knockout stage, Morocco has got something to say to you. Morocco is the fourth African team to advance to the World Cup quarterfinals. Morocco's victory over Spain in the round of 16 was a huge upset. There are many twists and turns in this 22nd Qatar World Cup. For the first time ever, the Arab world has advanced to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. In a penalty shootout on Tuesday, Morocco beat Spain 3-0 to become the first Arab team to reach the World Cup quarterfinals. Hello and welcome to Goalside. In today's video, we'll discuss one of the biggest knockout round upsets, which came from the Morocco team. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video. For the first time ever, the Arab world has advanced to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. After extra time ended scoreless and penalties were taken, Morocco defeated Spain 3-0 to advance to the quarterfinals of the world's most prestigious soccer tournament. For the first time in the tournament's near century-long history, it was held in the Middle East, and the Moroccan team was playing in its second ever World Cup knockout game. Yassine Bounou, a goalkeeper for Morocco and a member of the Spanish club Sevilla, said after the shootout, "We felt the support of our fans, be it in Morocco or any other country in the world." Bounou saved 2 of the 3 penalties he faced. The winning penalty in the shootout was scored by Madrid native and former Real Madrid player Achraf Hakimi. Morocco's other goal scorers were Abdelhamid Sabiri and Hakim Ziyech, who both returned to the team after having disagreements with the previous coach. Morocco, the biggest tournament surprise, will play either Portugal or Switzerland in the quarterfinals. The only non-European or non-South American team to advance to the quarterfinals in Qatar is Morocco, which also advanced to the round of 16 in 1986 in Mexico. Only 3 other African countries, Cameroon, Senegal and Ghana, made it to the World Cup's last 8. Unfortunately, none of the 3 qualified for the semi-finals. Morocco and Spain share a complex geopolitical relationship despite being close neighbours. For Spain, penalty kick takers Pablo Sarabia, Carlos Soler and Sergio Busquets all failed to convert. It appeared that Sarabia entered the game for the shootout in the final minutes of extra time. He came in for Nico Williams, who had also been a second-half substitute. Before the match, Spain's coach Luis Enrique said that he had asked his team to practice taking 1,000 penalty kicks at their clubs. "It's my responsibility," he said. "I selected the first 3 penalty takers and they got to vote on who would go first. First 3, however, were my call and I wouldn't change a thing. I just wish I could bench Bounou and start a new goalie." When Badr Banoun was awarded a penalty, Spain's Unai Simon saved the shot. The 2018 World Cup was hosted by Russia, where Spain was eliminated in a penalty shootout. The fact that we were unable to score means that we deserve to win for the chances we created and for playing more in their area is irrelevant, as Simon put it. At this point, all that's left to do is admit defeat. It was Spain's 5th consecutive appearance in a major tournament's elimination round where extra time was required. All 4 of the team's Euro 2020 knockout games were played at full length, not just the one against Russia. At Education City Stadium, the Moroccan supporters were far more numerous and vociferous than the Spanish ones. Neither team had much success in creating quality scoring opportunities. The Moroccans appeared content with Spain maintaining possession and even threatened counter-attacks. In the extra period, both teams had some good scoring chances, but it was a last-ditch effort from Spain's Sarabia that went just wide of the goal. It was the second World Cup round of 16 match to require extra time. On Monday, Croatia prevailed over Japan in a shootout. Despite having been exhausted from a long evening of play, Morocco's players sprinted to Hakimi on the field. Fans from Morocco were seen swarming the field, and players in an attempt to express their gratitude, elation and disbelief. Walid Chadira, a striker for Morocco, remarked after the game that the team had done something historic for the country. To add insult to injury, no North African or Arab country had ever advanced past the round of 16 in the World Cup. Finally, at the inaugural Arab World Cup, it had managed to do so. One of the most striking aspects of the first 2 weeks of this tournament in Qatar has been the sense of unity among all of the teams from what is broadly and a little indelicately called the Arab world. The diplomatic significance of the Emir of Qatar standing next to Mohammed bin Salman, the Saudi Crown Prince, at the opening game and wearing a Saudi Arabian scarf a few days later is only the tip of the diplomatic iceberg. Fans in Doha, Qatar, reacted enthusiastically to Morocco's and Tunisia's group stage victories, and vice versa. In addition to the Saudi capital of Riyadh, genuine celebrations were held in Cairo, Amman and Beirut following Saudi Arabia's shocking victory over Argentina. Morocco's squad, a large portion of which was, like Hakimi, born in Europe, has a feeling that it is representing the region as a whole, not just its little part of it, and this sense of unity has trickled down to the players. After the game, winger Sofiane Boufal said, "Thank you to all the Moroccans around the world for your support. All Arabs, all Muslims, this victory is yours." Apparently, there was still one more surprise up the proverbial tail. With a 7-goal rout of Costa Rica in the tournament opening match, Spain sent a strong message to the rest of the field. However, since then, that display has begun to smell like a false alarm. Understanding Spain's predicament does not call for a deep dive into strategic or tactical details. Despite their dominance, Spain's offense struggles to score. There just weren't enough targets. Not as many as its technical prowess, aesthetic appeal, and stylistic sophistication would suggest. It was found out when up against Germany and Japan, where it was held to a draw and then knocked out by 2 swift sucker punches. And for its part, Morocco had to pay for the wrongs done to it. 4 games and 390 minutes into this World Cup, the team coached by Walid Regragui has yet to allow an opponent to score. It has only conceded 1 goal, and that was an own goal against Canada. Amazingly, that includes the penalty shootout that occurred after 120 minutes of regulation and overtime were played against Spain. Morocco performed admirably in open play, preventing the Spanish from scoring. Only occasionally did Luis Enrique's side pose a real threat to the opposing goal, with Alvaro Morata coming close and Dani Olmo having a free kick just go wide, and then Pablo Sarabia's shot hitting the post with the game's final kick before penalties. Yet, the Moroccan defense was often impenetrable. Whenever Spain thought it had found an opening, a leg, head or chest would appear to deflect the threat away. So why did bookies like Morocco so much? Spain was considered a strong contender to take home the trophy. For the past few days, since the round of 16 began, the odds-on favourites have been on a roll. The previous 6, in fact, have all made it to the semi-finals. To quote Scott, "Very little was done to advance the situation in Morocco." Scott noted that BetMGM's World Cup Championship futures did better than expected, thanks in part to the performance of tournament favourites, Spain. The Spanish team's departure doesn't bother him though. Scott said both were winners, but Morocco is significantly better, before indicating the teams that benefited most from the major round of 16 upset. What do you make of Morocco's surprising knockout of Spain? Do you think they have a shot at winning the World Cup? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.